Another episode of My Kind of Convo. I'm your host, one of them actually, Criss.
I'm over here in my corner. This is Kim.
Crisscross. Ready for these conspiracies, y'all?
Yes. So welcome, everyone new and old to our podcast. We greatly appreciate you listening to us and taking the time to just hear what we have to talk about. Today we have some really great topics and we're super excited to just talk about, what we have coming up. So again, if you really want to check out more of our content, please check out our Instagram, Facebook,
and TikTok.
Yes, TikTok. That's the newest one. And we're also on X, so check us out on that.
Share, follow, comment.
Please comment. We do reply.
Yeah, we do. So we're going to get right into our topics. And so I'm going to start. And the topic I have today is pretty much dealing with, couples. We're all in relationships, some of us. And this is also for my single people who have been in previous relationships.
And ones who've recently broken up probably as well. We shout out to you too.
Nah, well, that means you're either single or in a couple. So this deals with both. But my whole scenario or question today really is just like, how involved in a couple's relationship should a friend be?
Oh. Oh.
Right.
Oh, your whole demeanor.
All right. So we've recently had and the reason I bring this up is just only because, recently we went away and we've had several different conversations just in the last couple weeks in general. And you know how you have those friends who have issues and you're like, they're supporting them. You're there for them. You're there like, damn, he messed up. She messed up. Whatever the case might be. I'm feeling for you. You deserve this. You deserve that, blah, blah, blah. And then when they're going through their problem and then it's like, okay, we're done. I'm done. I'm over it. And then a week later or 2 days later or whatever. All right, so yeah, we're good now. We're in a better place. But you're still feeling as that friend.
I'm angry for you,
your friend.
I want to beat them up for you.
Right. So it's like I appreciate being there for my friend, but I'm also now still feeling the burn for my friend. So it's like, I want to be a part of my friend's ups and downs and lefts and rights, but then I'm also like, at the end of the day, I'm that friend that's still feeling this pain or feeling this frustration.
Because you probably got some nookie at the end, and I didn't get that.
No, not even. It's just, it's not even that. It's just the fact that you just had this whole thing. I gave you all of this wording. I gave you all of this advice. I was there supporting you. I was the shoulder you could cry on. And then you turned around and it was like, yeah, but no, we're still together and we're cool. And then you're like, oh, damn, I'm still messed up on this person's actions. I know. I'm still messed up like on her actions or his actions. I'm like, or their actions. And I'm like,
I'm still feeling it. I'm still feeling it years later. But still feeling it.
So then it's like, am I too involved in their relationship?
Should I back up?
I want to be there for my friend, period. But am I too involved in their relationship? And should I back up? So I'm not saying me specifically, but I'm just saying in general, how involved in a couple's relationship should a friend be? And I'm not talking about people you just met, which in some instances, some people who talk too much tend to talk their whole business to everybody, no matter whether you're a friend, acquaintance, best friend. Sometimes it's a little too much information. But I am kind of gearing more towards those people you've known for like long periods of time who've become really, really good friends. But we could talk about all friends in general. So that's the question I'm shooting to you, ladies.
I'm going to let you take that first.
Based off of how you're presenting it, that's an initial care for a friend. And I don't think it's wrong to care and care that your friends are getting hurt Me, on my end, I guess just how I think in general is, depending on the situation and the circumstance, no matter what you tell a person, and it's kind of an all-around aspect, is no matter what advice, no matter how much breath you waste, no matter how many circles you're running around for them to see their value, the point, the, whatever it is, even if it's just, something small, until the person who you're trying to show that point to takes that in, essentially you have to just let that be. So there's a lot of, I've had a few friends, I've dealt with instances that in relationships of my own where I've had to keep going through that same effect until I figured it out. But I think that for people that genuinely care about their friends, there is a limit, but I guess the better question is, what is too far? Because...
Or what's too involved?
Right, because I feel like being too involved is the friend that is constantly back and forth and back and forth. And I mean that with friend and partner, but never actually trying or helping them circulate or fix the problem, if that makes sense. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm that friend. My best friend know it. Like, she was in a relationship. And I'd be like, I don't like him. Straight up. I don't like him.
Yeah.
And there were things, and she know. There are things that she did, and I was like, I don't like this. And there were times with this certain relationship, we stopped talking. And we didn't just stop talking for a little sliver of time. We stopped talking for like a good 2.5 years. There was a lot of things that went on with this relationship, and you feel it because this is my best friend. But it also was like, I care about you so much, and I know the type of person you are at this point. All right? And we had only maybe been best friends, at that time, I would say a good maybe 3 years. Nothing crazy. But we spent so much time together. And I knew her like the back of my hand. I still do. But this was such a bad relationship. And me being the friend looking from the outside in, could see that.
But is that you being too involved, or you just caring?
It was a little bit of both. Because then I would step to this specific partner and tell them I didn't like it. Because we were in a circle of friends. So I would speak to them and be like, yo, why would you do that? Why'd she tell you that? Because she was crying. And guess who she cried to? Me, not you. So what's the deal? Mind you, this is teenage years. So it's like, yes, I've been that friend, but I've also seen where I'm like, in a personal relationship, like I'm like, yo, you're too involved in my relationship. I need you to back off for a minute. And I know you care about me in the relationship, but I also want you to think, let me be. Let me do me.
Okay.
But I know I'm that person as well. But I know it depends on, like she said, how far is too far.
Right. And that situation is essentially it was a bad relationship, or whatever the case. I think that depending on what's going on and how things are portrayed, one, I can't stand a one-sided best friend. Like, I can't stand, like, you're all about your friend. From the back, you want to be biased. That's completely fine. Go be biased. Because at the end of the day, when the door's closed, you're not there when the conversation is happening.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not there when the lights go off. You're not there when I wake up next to my partner. You can't assume and judge me off of only one side. And never expect... And always expect me to be the wrong one.
Right.
Like... To mediate, I don't think that's going too far. I think that's caring enough about your bestie, your best friend, your regular friend, your associate, whatever. In general, caring.
Right.
Best friends, I get that because some of my best friends, girl, I will hop, jump, and skip.
Right.
But also,
Ride or die.
I also present myself to the spouses or boyfriends or girlfriends.
Right.
Yes.
And I don't come off like an asshole.
Right.
Because everybody deserves to have their side told. And even if you're wrong, that's fine. I'll let you know that you're wrong, but I'll also let her know that she's wrong,
Wrong too. Yeah.
Yes.
And how you both need to calm down and talk about it, because if it's not working, it's not going to work. And that's just essentially what you're going to constantly keep going through. That's, I think that's fine. Like, I'm a little too grown to be popping up, running.
Right.
We gotta go
when you're
spy.
younger.
I'm always down for a spy. But, I think once it gets to a certain point when you as the friend are tired of hearing the cycle, and the friend that is going through it is not growing, learning, trying to make it better, or, taking any of your advice, like I said, back off. Like, I've sat with so many people, and so many people have sat with me again and again, and I'm always grateful for those people. You know who you are. Because as I move forward, and still to this day, a lot of those consejos are played in my head, even with my now relationship, because it's not a regular dating relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if me and my wife didn't get married, I still think that our relationship would be very solid. And,
But you would still have people in your corners, both of your corners.
Right. And like, and I do see that, like, best friends, a lot of best friends that are open-minded, will always say, I don't like him, I don't like her.
Right. Their position has changed. They're not just friends. They're not just there. They know you literally
like the back of their hand.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they've been through it all.
I could feel your presence today,
Right.
and you had a bad day. I need to send you a GIF.
Right.
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 All right. But there's certain things like we're sisters. I can tell, and we talk a lot about relationships. There are certain instances I feel your energy, and I'm just like, ooh, was it
Y'all
me?
are twins.
I'm done.
You're not twins. Not twins.
Gotten this practically our whole lives.
Whole life. Okay. But it's just like I can feel your energy, and I'm just like, ooh, how nobody else feels this. You can walk into a room, and I'm like, ooh, damn. Was it me? Did I do it? I was like, did
I'm
I
done.
not put the food in the fridge last night? Did I do it? Nah. No,
Sorry.
it wasn't me. Wasn't me. All right.
bring
And
the
then I'd be
chill
like,
factor.
I'd be like, and then what I do is like, you good?
Right. Sorry. Sure. But that's like, we just know each other.
Right. But I
But
know
your
you
best friend-
so well
Yeah.
that I can
Pinpoint.
up. I can
Yeah.
pinpoint. And I know we're going to talk about it later, and I'm going to give you my side. But I will also play devil's advocate. Because it's not that I just don't care about, I care about you, but I care about your partner as well. If it involves your partner.
If you like the partner, because
If you like
clearly
the
you
partner.
didn't like the partner enough for you to be able to talk to them and tell them, yeah, I don't like this.
Right.
Because it was even you going, so what happened? It was like, yeah, no, I don't like this.
Right.
You know, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference too when your best friend or even yourself have had 10,000 bad relationships and you're bitter.
Right.
True.
Because I get it. You don't want to see your friend get hurt. That's cool. But you also don't give the right people the chances.
But I see that because I have seen this with certain people where they're like, I don't want you to get hurt, so I don't want you to get in a relationship.
But
then that's where the whole point of what I'm saying is,
Yes.
Right.
what is, like you said,
Right.
caring and getting too involved.
Right.
As a best friend or as a friend, I'm not. You shouldn't be telling me not to get in a relationship. If anything, you want my happiness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I do understand if you've been tired of seeing me go through the same cycle over and over and over, and me not learning my lesson.
Right.
Now, there's a difference between the caring part where you should be like, look, as your friend, I've seen you and this, the relationships for God knows how long at this point.
Right.
I need you to be alone because I think you'll find yourself. And when you find yourself, you will find who you're looking for and they'll match that energy.
Right.
You know, but if you're just telling me as a friend, you know what? I don't want you going dating at all. Like you just
Like,
and
I'ma
there's
just cut
no
you.
explanation. Like you don't need somebody in
You
your
don't
life.
need somebody. I'm all you need.
Right.
But you, as
you're-
the friend,
are in a relationship.
Right.
So you're my person who has a person. That to me is just like, what?
So you want to be in a throuple, or like you want a trophy friend. Just say that. Like, just say you want a trophy friend, but no, respectfully and disrespectfully, that's not me.
But
Yeah.
that's where I'm saying it's not caring. That's not.
Right.
It's not caring.
No.
That's
and-
not caring.
right.
That's just. It's not even. It's like you are involved in my love life, but it's not in the best of life. It's not the best way
No. Correct.
because you're not trying to find me or help me
help
find
you.
myself or help me find someone who matches me.
Right.
No, you're just saying, well,
I don't think you should be in a relationship because you're going to get hurt and I don't want to see you get hurt. So don't do it.
I think that also too with that conversation is if you can only picture your friends, whether it's your best friend, your new friend, your friend from yesterday, whatever. If you can only picture those people as the version you met them as, you yourself are blinded because you have not been able to see their growth and their directions.
Right. No growth.
right.
If you can't see how people grow,
yeah.
you shouldn't make negative aspects or remarks in other people's relationships. Like whether now, and I think people need to really, really decipher like conversations with their best friends, their sisters, their brothers,
Yes.
their parents, you know, like really decipher it because I've seen relationships where the worst thing that's happening is the verbal argument. And I've seen relationships where 3 homegirls down the block are pregnant and he's sleeping with the whole restaurant, but in my bed every night, not paying bills. All right.
right.
But I love him.
Like, right. Exactly. What do you love? That's like,
Because he loving Sandra, Cindy, Quanisha, Tina,
he's
Lindsay.
loving a STD. That's what he's loving. But like relationships like that, I'm gonna drag my bestie out from her head. Always. I'm gonna drag my bestie out by her head. Always.
Yeah.
But I think that too much overprotection does not allow you to see the growth in your friends
Yeah.
and potentially ruins friendships.
Right.
Yes.
It ruins friendships, it ruins potential friendships, and it stops you from meeting people who could be really great friends or quote unquote family.
Right. Right.
But that's my take on it.
Yeah.
And it really has to be deciphered, you know?
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, when I think about it, like when you put care, like you were saying, into it, it is me like I'm there for my friend. They're going through something. They're still figuring themselves out. And you know, it's just like I'm trying to be there for them during their situation. It's just like at the end of it, yes, I'm caring enough to know that if they break up, they break up. If they're together, they're together. But I'm gonna still deal with the aftermath of it because I care. And so if I'm feeling away, I'm gonna feel away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then my other thing is just like a friend being too involved is someone like you're saying where they are literally like hindering you, or like they have every say in your relationship. You get what I'm saying? So like someone who's just like, oh, I think you guys are moving too fast. Or I think you guys are maybe you should just, maybe that's not the best place to take them. Maybe you should try here. Or maybe, like it's one thing for me to be like, oh, you know what? I can't decide between here and here. Can you, where do you
Can you help me?
Yeah. Like, where's the best place? Which one do you think would be better, here or here? Right. It's totally different. That is one aspect to say I'm asking for it. It's another when I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to take them here. And you're like, I don't think you should take them there. And you're like, but why? And it's like, I don't know. I just don't think you should take him there. I think you should probably take him somewhere else. And it's just like, ew. Why? Like, that's not a friend caring. I feel like that's someone just being involved in my relationship. Like, you're dating him? This is where I want to take my
But it's
person.
like,
But you get what I'm saying? Like, involved in your relationship. And so just based off what we're hearing and thinking of instances of either my relationship or other people's relationships that I've heard of, that, a friend, and you're wondering if that friend is doing it because they're doing it because they feel like they're going to lose their friend. Truth. Or if they've had trauma in their own relationship and they're reflecting it onto yours.
But
what is the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then it's like, is their involvement, how is their involvement in your relationship being affected?
Right, but that also puts me into the category of, is this friend who they may not be in a relationship, say a romantic relationship, right? Is this friend jealous of this person and they want to be with that person?
And when was the last time they were in a relationship? Right. So how relevant is that advice to a new age or whatever period of time?
Correct.
That you're in a relationship.
So it's like,
there's a lot of factors.
There is, because you also have the friends that are like, well, I never get to see my best friend. Well, right, we're not in, freshman year, sophomore year. We're all in our 30s.
Right. We're like late 20s, early 30s.
Right.
30s, yeah.
This is not Nickelodeon all over again.
No. You got to make a 2-week in advance date.
Right. It's not like I'm going to see you every day like we used to. And, we're grown people with jobs and lives and kids and stuff. So now, time is different. Make an appointment.
Let me throw you into the schedule.
Exactly.
Right. Like the doctor's office.
But even then, like if you've had that long time friend, and we've had friends that are 10 plus years, friendships, and still aren't even as involved in my relationship as maybe some other people who I'm kind of like,
step back, bro.
Right. I appreciate you. Thank you for caring, but you're caring a little too damn much.
Right.
Like I need you to take a step back. Like I don't need you to tell me that you think I'm moving too fast. Like, and I get it if you've seen it before, but let's say like
I'm different.
Why? Yeah. Like talk to me about how you feel about it.
Agreed.
In the sense of like, I've watched you. But when it starts to turn into you're talking about my other person, then it's kind of like, all right, hold on. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the involvement in my relationship. It's one thing to be adviseful, but it's another to be like, you're doing it for your own, whatever it is, whether you're lonely, whether you're depressed, whether you're feeling like you're losing somebody, like there shouldn't be any other motive than care behind it.
Right. I don't think that if my best friend comes to me and they're venting about their relationship, I tell nobody else about that because that's between me and my best friend.
Right.
And if I need to reach out to the partner and say, hey, what's going on? Which I've done before with my friends' spouses or girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. And they come at me left because I'm trying to be who I'm supposed to be, their best friend. Fine.
Right.
I'll back off.
Right.
But just know that I tried.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying? I like for not only my best friend, but my best friend's persons or people to know that I'm here.
Yeah.
Because regardless of them being my friend or my best friend or my sister or my brother, I'd rather sit there and say, yes, I know this person the most, but I've also watched this person crumble and pick themselves back up. And I know this argument is very, very minor. Because in retrospect, a lot of it is minor.
Right.
Where you guys are still going to argue, you're going to be mad, then you're going to go take a shower, and you're going to hop in bed, kiss each other goodnight, wake up tomorrow a little grumpy, but you're still going to kiss each other before work and meet at the dinner table at 6 p.m.
But you better tell me at 4 that y'all cashed it out. Because
Right.
I'ma still sit here
I'm still sitting
and
here
text
mad.
you
Yeah.
and be like, which?
I'm
Right.
the one
Is-
delivering
is
your
we
pizza,
good?
sir.
Right.
And I wrote in the box what happened.
Right. Right.
Like, give me the rundown at 9 a.m. Like, you don't even gotta call me.
Right.
Text me.
Right.
Because now I'm going to bed angry.
Which I had to say, like, I appreciate, like, when our friends do that, because I hate feeling a type of way about somebody, and I'm like, man, I can't stand this person. Like, this what they did, and then I'm like feeling for my friend, and then they turn around and they're like, okay,
know,
wait, we good. Like, we
I'm not-
talked,
all right,
and I'm
all
like,
right, all
all
right.
right, so I don't gotta feel this anymore.
I'm not angry
I
no
can
more.
toss it out the window. Like,
Right.
it's gone. They're like, yeah. We're in a better, like, okay,
All right, we
thank God.
talking. All right, we
But
talking.
you know, that's different. Like we were saying, compared to like someone
Yeah.
who's just very in your relationship. Like,
Right. And I mean, sometimes you will be the person that only hears negative, but too, if you're not a friend that puts positive in that negative,
yeah,
you're not helping your friends grow. You're not helping your friends stop their own toxicity.
say that louder.
And that's the worst, because essentially you both are not growing, because when you get in a relationship and now all those same comments that you were lashing out, but you think you did the best because you took your time. No, that's not how things work. People fall in love with a blink of an eye. People fall in love over 10, 15 decades, whatever, centuries. And some people are in love from the moment they meet for the rest of their lives. And you can't tell them a quarter, nickel, dime.
Right.
Like, and they'll have the worst fights, but right back in bed, giving each other hugs and kisses, off to work, planning shit, all of that stuff. But I think for a friend to be, I think there is a limit to being too involved or caring too much.
Yeah,
And it goes back to the type of situation and relationship. It goes back to the kind of person you think your best friend is, and the kind of person you know your friend has grown to be.
yeah,
And if you fail to recognize that, you need to take in a moment and check everything again. Because the other factor is too, when you don't realize the growth or strength in the person that you care about or the people you care about. That's how friends and family and all kinds of shit grow apart. And at the end of the day, from someone that is very, very dear to me till this day, in my early 20s, that woman came up to me and said, I know you love your best friend, and I know you want to be there for her, but she's not going to learn until she's ready, and you grew past that stage in your life. So do not dwell and hurt and cry because you can't help your friend grow. She has to water her own soil today.
Oh, that's
And
advice.
I took that and I ran with it. And I learned that a lot of the people I loved in my life, I love you from a distance. We grew on two different parts of the grass. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I was involved. I was intertwined in certain roots. And a
Yeah.
lot of people are. And I'm not saying it's bad. That's great sometimes. But sometimes that really, really damages your friendship.
Yeah.
It damages more friendships in the future. And potentially, you stop seeing the people you care grow that are growing right in front of you.
Right.
And then you miss out on big things. And I don't think that is necessarily fair, because eventually when shit goes left and you want to pick up the phone and you want to call, you shouldn't have called when the bad thing happened. You should have called while y'all were fighting and you were disagreeing and say, let's agree to disagree and start over, because I want to know this version of you.
Right. Right.
Because
it shouldn't wait for some kind of trauma.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be when it's a bad situation.
Right.
It should be, like you said, it should be either while we're still fighting and not a long period of time has passed, or even if it has passed, at least it was just like, look, I really thought about you today and I had to reach out. I know we're not in a good place, but I wanted to reach out. And, you know, if you don't return my call, my text, my message, it is what it is.
It's okay.
But
Right.
this is me sending out an olive branch or of sorts.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's no situation to cause you to have to come together. It should just be like on that person or people to figure out what this is.
And sometimes,
Right.
you know, as we grow up, we grow apart. And you know,
It's necessary.
It's some people are, and I believe this full heartedly. Some people are in your life for a reason and for a season.
Yeah.
And when that season is up, you know
It's
what?
up.
It's okay to say goodbye. It's
Yeah.
okay to say we had our chance.
Yeah.
Things happened, and it's better this way. And all you have to do is, I wish the best for you.
Yeah.
And don't wish ill will, you know?
I mean, technically that happens in certain situations and not all situations.
Right.
And that way we are
Right.
human. We're not perfect. And we do want to have that happy ending where it was like, you know, it was our
Right.
season and it's over. So, you know, you're moving on to a new episode or a new show, and I'm moving on to a new show, and it is what that doesn't
it.
always happen.
It doesn't.
Usually it's
Right.
just like, oh, we got canceled. So
Right.
But internally, holding on to all of that animosity as a person is not healthy.
no, it's
I
not.
agree.
But at the end of the day, if you bump into that person, it's still there.
Oh, it's still gonna be there. I've
It's
seen
still
it with
there.
my own
So
two
I'm not
eyes.
going to sit here and be like, we're going to end, because there are friendships I've had that haven't ended cute.
Yeah.
And there's still those situations that are there. But, you know, if I see them on my Facebook or my Instagram, or if I see them pop up somewhere else, it is what it is. Yeah, I know the situation and it's still there, but it's
Right.
not meaning that it's as strong as it was when it happened.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I just know
Yeah.
that I no longer speak or relate to that person any longer because of this.
It's- right.
So it didn't end cute. And if we're never going to end it, you know, if it ends here, it ends here.
Right.
Like I said, it got canceled. It was what it was, and it's
Right.
done. So I'm not going to turn around and be like, oh, well, remember why we're not talking anymore? And I just wanted to send out an olive branch. That is on me or that person to decide if we wanted to do that. But if we want to leave it where it was and where it is
Right.
what it is. But there are cases where people do end nicely and don't. But we know that time has been up, and lives have to keep moving because time don't stop.
Time don't stop.
Time don't stop. Days don't stop. You know, even when
Bills
we
don't
want,
stop.
nothing
All
stop. I mean, we got to keep moving, or we're just going to get lost in the past
force.
or in the situation.
Agreed.
You know,
I agree. Like I'm a deleter. I don't give a fuck. Like, and I'm gonna say it just like that, because I don't like to have conflict or confrontation with people, because that's a lot of energy that I don't have, and that is just too much, especially when it comes to my friends or best friends or my spouse's friends. Every new person that I interact with or I'm trying to be friends with, I put the best version of myself, not even the best version, I put all versions of myself out, because at least if you don't like me, you don't like me because I was myself.
right?
Because I'm like this with you guys, I'm like this with everybody else. This is crisscross though. But no, you guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, so yes, I'm a deleter. I don't want to see, I don't care. I don't want to see. If you're still following me and I unfollowed you and you're hawking my stories and you think everything I post is about you, wake up, because I post anything I agree with or I want.
Right.
It's my profile.
Right.
It's my story.
Right.
Like, especially if I've addressed you,
Yeah.
you're no longer the category in my mind. It's not even, I'm too old to sit here and be like, this is about you.
Right.
Maybe the first post was,
Yeah.
and you still didn't come at me and say something, but I had already spoken about it.
Right.
Like, and again, I just don't like confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
And if I care enough, I will, and I don't care if I'm angry. I don't care if I'm full on crying my eyes out, blowing up your phone. That's my last chance as a wholehearted person and a loving, caring person to open up to you.
Yeah.
And let you be a part of my life. And because once I close that bridge, I stand on bridges and I burn them so people know that I'm never coming back. Because me as a person, I have been through way too much to sit here and beg somebody to give the equivalence of what I would give them. And you know, from best friends to good friends to okay friends to bar friends, like I look at all my friends the same. Like, I know my best friends travel with me everywhere. But then again, those good friends turn into best friends and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
That's why I give the same love and the same versions of me, or, you know, that same openness of me to all of them. Wow, we got off topic.
Yeah, no. But
No,
it's
no,
like
no, it
you're
works.
trying to say, like, basically, I'm giving you who I am. Take it or leave it. And at this point, I'm not going to bend over backwards because
Yes.
I've been through too much to bend over backwards for
Right.
you. For you. Someone who I was trying to consider my friend.
Right.
But you just took that and threw it away. No, I feel your sentiments. I've gotten to a point as well in my life. Like, I've been through too much in a short amount of time. And I've been through years of feeling inadequate
Yes.
in general, not just like, you know, amongst, you know, family, but amongst friends and different groups of friends throughout my life. That I got to a point in my life where I don't care.
Right.
I got to a point where, like, why did these people's opinions, these people's feelings, these people's thoughts really matter to me?
Right.
Why did I allow that to control me?
Right.
And why did I involve that in my life?
Right.
And so I feel what you're saying, because it's like I get to a point where, like, I don't care. If I'm giving you me, I'm not, you know, I remember as a kid, you try to fit in.
Right.
I'm at a point, I don't care about fitting in.
Right.
I there's no box for me. And I have had to and you know, this is definitely a conversation for another time. I don't believe in the word normal.
Right.
Because I would love for somebody to really truly show me an example of what normal is. What is
Right.
normal? But that's a topic for another day. Tell me what normal is and pinpoint it out to me and show me what makes this specific person normal,
Right.
and how is it that we have to attain that?
Right.
You know, because we're all people and we're all individuals and we're all different.
Right.
You know, so I want to know what normal looks like. So we're, again, another topic for another time, but I would love to see the example of that in reality. And I realized that I will never fit that box.
Yep.
And so why keep a box? And I was just like, and if you want to keep me in a box, guess what's never going to happen? You know what I'm saying? That's never going to happen. You're never going to put me in a box, because I had to realize and come to my own terms. It don't exist for me.
Right.
And if it don't exist for me, then I accept that. And if you can't accept what I'm giving, then don't worry, bro. I'm
Right.
not giving it to you.
To you, right?
I'm not giving it
Right.
to you.
Right.
So your take in my life has I don't even give a shit.
It's no
I don't
longer-
care. It's no longer relevant.
Right.
So I'm like you. I'm in that point in my life where take it or leave it.
Right.
There are certain situations where you're like, I'll deal with you for the moment because of certain things. But, and there are other situations where I'm like, you could go, bro.
Right.
Do you, dude. It
Right.
is okay. I will cut you like a bad habit. And I honestly will have no feelings about it. Because I just, it's too much
Right.
in what I've been through. Now, I'm a little more different than you. I don't technically delete nothing like on my stuff. I should like be archiving or deleting stuff. But for me, that's just like, damn, that's a lot of work. You know?
I don't delete conversations.
Oh, yeah.
I delete the person. If you're still
that's what you
following,
mean. Okay.
Yeah, if you're deleting, no, baby, I got stuff from 1982.
You wasn't even alive.
There was no Facebook or Instagram.
Don't worry, baby. I got screenshots.
I'm done with you.
I delete the people. If you're still following me on my content, my
Your content. Your content.
If you're following me on my content or whatever, I just want to inform you. Once I'm done talking to you, and we no longer speak,
Yeah.
that beef don't exist. It was never beef. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they wanted chicken.
Right. And I'm eating salad right now, baby.
Right.
But I don't care. Like and I guess that's just a me thing, because whatever it is that we're fighting about, whatever it was, I said, if especially and if no matter how mad I am, no matter how mad a friend is, no matter how bad a fight is, if you will always assume that your opinion and what you did was right, even if it hurts the other person, and you can't say sorry, why do I need to sit through that? And let's bring my wife in. If you're my wife's best friend and you truly, truly care about her, you should know whether, because y'all know, if my wife is wrong, I'm gonna let her know she's wrong. The same way I expect her to let me know I'm wrong.
Right.
But I will never allow, I don't care who it is, it could be God, to come down and say some wild to my wife, ever. Or about my wife. That's just not how that's not how that goes. It could be my wife, it could be my mother, it could be my sister, it could be my grandmother. Don't. Like, and if that's your way of interjecting into relationship or whatever it is, that's just not, that's not okay.
Right. Right.
So I definitely don't want you to see our growth now.
So
Like,
you're gonna cut it.
yeah.
I mean, like, I agree. Like, it's like, you have that best friend, and it's, again, they're best friend for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That means they've ride or die. They've seen a lot. They've been through a lot with you. You've been through a lot with them, vice versa.
Right.
And it's like they're practically family. So they best friends it's like family, best friend, other friends. You know what I'm saying? There's like that hierarchy of where they are. And there's certain things like, yes, they have the privilege of saying and doing, especially if they know your family, they know you. Blah,
They
blah,
walk
blah.
into the house and just walk in, open the fridge. Like,
right.
like how you knew I went shopping yesterday.
They have that
I
privilege.
smelt your debit card.
You know what I'm saying? It would be different if I met a friend yesterday and they walked into my house and walked
be
into.
like, excuse me, hold on.
I just met you yesterday.
Please don't go into my
house.
fridge.
Compared to a best friend who's like, dude, you already know. I just got a can.
You know where it is.
Whip in there.
You know.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
But there is still a fine line of what can and can't be said. And it's
a very thin line. It's a very thin
I
line.
feel like it depends on what that conversation and what is being said. If it's in reference, I feel like, to the relationship, like, I have a best friend, I would not turn to my best friend. It's one thing if they come to me for advice, but I don't want to step on a line of saying, well, damn, and start saying something about that best friend's relationship.
And it gets cut.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And I have to say, I've been there with my best friend. I have. And she said things, I've said things. We're mad at each other. We don't talk for a week.
You take the
and we take the time away and be like, you good?
But it's
I'm
like,
good.
it's also what that best friend says to that person. I get what
And
you're
you
saying
still,
because
and I still take it in. I take it with a grain of salt because I know you're a best friend that cares.
but I get what Crisscross is saying, like in the sense of like, I'm not gonna allow you to keep saying certain things.
yes,
About because you're my person's person, and at the end of the day, there's some things you say that I ain't cool with.
that's true.
It's a different line because your partner is your partner now, and they take higher up in a sense than your. Because I'm not sleeping with my best friend.
I'm not. I
Yeah.
love you, girl. Not sleeping
But
with you.
at the end of the day, they're now taken second to my partner. My partner's now it's family, partner, best friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that line of like,
Right, because we also got to take into consideration too. Me as a wife, there are certain situations, certain best friend situations, where I'm hopping in about friendships. I need to jump in and let you know that the way you and your best friend are acting right now is a little too out of pocket, and we're not 15 anymore. And because we got to shift the tables on that just a little bit, because like I've had one person, one of my best friends, their person reached out to me and said, hey, you're not doing what you got to do as a best friend.
Oh, you gonna tell me I'm not a best friend to my best friend? How you know?
And so I wasn't upset that she approached me about it and how she said it. I was upset that my best friend
didn't say it to you.
Felt that she couldn't address me.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
So, like, again, that was a growth thing. I didn't see that my best friend started to shift the way that she was communicating with me. And I had to put that into retrospect. As an adult, and I reached out to her, upset. I reached out to her. I sent her the screenshot and I said, why is it that this had to come from her and not you?
Right.
And, we talked about it. We said what we said. And I said, we've been best friends for 10 years. There's nothing we can't say.
Right.
You can't make me cry, bitch. Like, unless you leaving.
Right. You real cutting me off. Real cutting me off.
'Cause-
all of a sudden, I don't see your post on Facebook.
Because guess what? I'm going to be your new mailman.
She says, you ain't getting rid of me that easily, best friend.
No.
Right. Because guess what?
When I've already put 10 years into the, I have a 20-year relationship with this girl. Almost 20 years.
Yeah, but it's a relationship.
It's a
Right.
It's
relationship.
literally what it is.
It's another. I have already molded you, and you have molded me into this.
But it's a whole- yeah.
It's a whole relationship. I've already put this time, energy. You're not just throwing me away. We gonna talk it out. We gonna get angry.
Depends.
We're gonna figure. Yes, it does depend. We're gonna
Some
figure it out.
situations
Some
calls for you to
situations
throw that friend away.
does.
Sorry. But I get what
But
you're
yes.
saying. Your friend should have been, if we're open enough to discuss certain things, why couldn't you tell me that
You
you were
should have been that
feeling
person.
that I was not I wasn't present in your life anymore.
Right.
Like, we could have this discussion, but I didn't need to hear it from Sister Soldier.
Right. But
Yeah.
now let's throw this into play. All right? Because this is interesting. If, like, me and my wife, I don't even want to say that because we're married it has to be a thing. I think that if you're in a relationship, regardless, and best friend, whatever, we should all be comfortable. I guess the retrospect, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if we all know we're going to be lifers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You should be comfortable enough to come to me and say, hey, what's up? I don't know how to approach her. Yes, that's my best friend. But what's going on? She's not answering my calls. Best friend's not
Are you
answering
talking
my
about
calls.
your best friend or your
No.
wife's best friend?
My wife's best friends.
Okay, yeah.
But even if it was my best friend, and like, my wife said whatever, like, my wife hit me with some shit, a fact about my best friend I didn't even know about until my best friend messaged me. And I said, how did you know that?
Like, fall all the way back. That's mine.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on the relationship.
But I love that relationship. Right.
No, but I think it depends on the relationship between, because you could see your wife and your best friend have a really good relationship that they talk outside of you. Right. And so that they built a bond with each other. Right. But I think it depends on, is my partner reaching out to my best friend or vice versa outside of me? You know what I'm saying? Do they have that relationship? So I think I would love that, you know, because I know my best friend and my partner don't have that relationship, you know. So if it was to happen out of the blue, I'll be surprised it's flip-flop. And it's not negativity. There's no animosity. It's just, you know,
they don't talk.
They don't talk. It's just, it's not done purposely. It's just time and life. Time and life happen. She's doing her own thing. We've been doing our own thing. And when we do get together, it's like time hasn't passed, but we don't get to talk or to be together as much as we used to because we had the time. But I get that. That is an amazing relationship to see your best friend, because now you know, okay, my partner is chill with somebody who's been in my life before them, or, you know, and they get along and they're going to be good for the, you know, as long as we're together, or, you know, until we transition into the other life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that this is a built on relationship. So they know my partner knows them. So they should be good enough to know that we are,
I think that
cool.
That was really a good thing. I think my best friend, what she did at one time when there were multiple best friends in the mix, she brought her husband's best friend, me, and another good friend all together. And the best friends all kind of just like meshed. Yeah. And just kind of like fell with each other. And, you know, just did that. So the best friends were the best friends of the couple. Yeah. So it was like, oh, did you hear this happen with this one? And it, you know, it was cool. Yeah. It was cool. But it you know, and that's also it, like being that best friend and everything there.
Yeah. I think it's just the involvement of them. Yes. And it's like, because again, they're growing with your family as you're still finding your footing, your foundation with this person that you're calling your partner. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, your best friend is like your family. And that's why I think it was just the question, the question of how involved is your friend. And I know, like, we all have our own different situations of seeing, you know, our partner's best friends and how they're involved in our relationship, and our best friends and how they're involved in our relationships. And so it's just like, you know, where's the line of involvement in someone's relationship, you know? I don't know if we fully answered it.
I don't think we did.
I think it's just
in a nutshell, it all depends on the situation.
I think we kind of like went around with friends and stuff, and I think this is probably a topic that'll come up again later on. And I think it's something that, you know, our listeners can definitely chime in on, especially when you're talking about someone who's really more than just an acquaintance, someone who's more than just someone you just met, or, you know, a stranger or something. They're really involved in your life. So, you know, definitely, again, we always say this, comment. Yep. I would absolutely love to hear, and I love all of the listeners who do reach out to us on the side, or who have messaged and commented. We greatly appreciate it, because your feedback is just amazing, and we're definitely going to, you know, address all of those at some point. But we would love to hear more comments on this. What do you think about friends being involved, and how involved in your relationship? You know. So I know we didn't fully address it all, but I think we got the runaround gist of it. But that was my conversation for today. So I'm going to pass it off to the next person.
All right, I'll go.
No, next host.
So, I'll go. I have a very interesting Am I the Asshole for everyone to listen for.
Okay.
And thank you for everyone who's saying I have a great reading voice.
Yeah, she should do Audible, right, guys? If you want her to do Audible, please let us know, and we'll try to get her to do an Audible.
Oh my gosh.
That would be
Pretty
amazing.
Ricky.
I'm done. So the title of this one, to get y'all into it, Am I the asshole for telling my friend it's her fault for getting married and having kids late because the world won't stop for her now?
Excuse me? Oh, hell no.
I guess my topic's out the window today.
No, but
No.
it's already got
stretch it
me
out.
because
I'm sweating already.
yeah, already know I'm a late family trying to make a here over here. So this one, it's probably
It
gonna
hits
touch
home a little bit.
So it's going to touch a chord.
Touch a
But
chord.
Go ahead.
You ready? You ready? All right. I, 39 female, have a 6-person girl group since college between the ages of 37 to 39. And that includes Mary, 38 female. We've been close throughout the years and I've been at milestone events for each other. Mary just had a baby and is completely fitting the crazy new mother stereotype. In college, Mary has always been someone who had to make it known that she was unique, different from the rest of us, which wasn't as draining then as it has become now. From the ages of 22 to 27, and we've all had multiple kids. So the 5 of us were able to experience those milestones along one another and get closer as we shared similar lifestyles. Mary was very adamant on not settling until her 30s because she wanted to travel and have a different experience, which we all supported. Regardless, she would continue to make comments about how she's so lucky, unlike us, because we're tied down with husbands and babies. I think this is where she grew resentment towards us because we were in different places in life, and she was upset we couldn't have our group be similar to how it was in college. Then, into our mid-30s, it became a whole saga if she's getting older and can't find a husband because all the good men are married or divorced with kids. Then she finally got married. Many could not attend because it was a destination wedding and child-free during COVID. This caused a fight because she said how she was there for us during our weddings, but we couldn't put aside a week for her. We had all told her how we wish we would, but it simply was not financially feasible and did not logically work with our kids. But she just refused to hear us out and was simply so inconsiderate about our lives and families, saying we were horrible friends. Now, Mary just gave birth to her first child, and I was very excited for her. The only issue is that she moved from our state to a very remote place that only accessible by a 6-hour car ride. Her baby is 6 months old, and none of us have been able to go up and visit her. I think she's been having a wrong idea of what a village is and has essentially demanded in our group chat that we come up for the holidays and help her out because she's having a hard time adjusting to mom life. But this would entail that we all take a week off, arrange childcare, figure out transportation, and book hotels during the holidays. It's gotten to the point where she's posting cryptic messages on Facebook bashing fake friends who won't be there for her. As much as I wish I could, I can't physically support her in the way she needs me to do in this stage of life. It would have been completely different if she still lived in our city and this was earlier in our life when we all had less commitment/priorities. So I told her this, and that if she was hoping for this big village and constant support, she should have thought about that when planning out her life, because we can't all just pause our lives for her. So, am I the asshole?
Let me explain something. Okay. I'm so sorry if I just right in, because the whole time, and again, we will get video. I've just literally been just doing the cut her out sign and the deuces sign and the F that sign, because you have got to be kidding me. It is not even just the way she arranged her life, because life happens.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, life happens differently for everyone. Everyone's path is different.
Yep.
So I'm not even going to blame it on the fact that life has passed this woman so far that she had gotten married late in her life, had a child late in her life, and here she is. No. It's the audaciousness for me. It's the I need y'all at every stage of my life because I was there at every stage of your life. And so y'all owe me. That's pretty much what she was saying.
That's
but
right.
what Sister Soldier forgot to, in retrospect was there was a whole pandemic. Mm-hmm. So lots of things got shut the flip-flop down. Like we were all trapped in our houses, apartments, in our ghettos, in our little cardboard boxes.
But she wanted a destination.
We were all stuck for the whole world, because it wasn't just America. It was the whole world was stuck.
That's true.
In certain situations, so the things we couldn't even do during 2020. So if you were getting married that year, sorry, buddy, guess what's not happening? Us showing up to your destination wedding during a pandemic. Just saying, number one. Number two, she could have did something else after or closer or when everything opened and said, like, I know you guys couldn't be there for the wedding, but here's my 1-year anniversary. I would love to have you here to celebrate and honor, because we didn't get to celebrate and honor. Because I don't think her friends were the only ones that didn't show up, right? Because, again, we were in a whole damn pandemic. So, it couldn't have just been 6 damn people who didn't show up.
Not even just in a pandemic. She made sure her wedding was child-free, knowing that all of her close friends have children.
I was getting to that. So that's the next thing. We parents. We parent people. We got children. You telling me not only is your event childless, it's so damn far that it's not even close enough for me to be like, I can just hop and skip back to my house to go check on my picnic. No, you're telling me I gotta find somebody to care for my children while I'm gone.
And you're not paying them? Girl.
And it's not even what was this? A weekend? Was this even a weekend? It was a week. A week away from my Look, I know when I have kids, I'm going to love my kids. I know this, but they're going to be little monsters. I know this. You think someone could stand my little monsters for a week? A whole week? No.
I got to figure out childcare for a week.
For a week.
For a destination wedding.
I know after 2 hours, they're going to want to get them back to me. 2 hours. Are you kidding me? That's that. Now, you're telling me you have a child. You gave birth. Congratulations.
I'm happy for you.
You moved 6 hours away.
By car.
But I'm sorry if this is really loud for a lot of people who are sensitive hearers. Please turn down the volume. But you moved 6 hours away. And you want us all to, drive, hop, skip, float, fly to you. So that we can do what? Celebrate that you had your 6-month-old?
Oh, that. But she's having a hard time.
Because you're having a hard time? Who told y'all to move? And that, again, we have lives. We have families of our own to take care of. It's not a simple, let me just pick up and go. I need to bring my kids. But clearly, she don't want kids because the way it sounded is, again, they would have to find childcare to then go see this woman and her child.
For the holidays.
Yeah,
What?
because the way it sounded, right? Can you read that part again towards the end? Where she's saying that basically it sounds as if they need to find childcare again for them to go see her. So just make sure I'm not wrong.
I'm gonna look it through.
Yeah. So she asking for too much. She's asking for too much. Yes, she's gotten life events. That's great. She's attained the things that she's wanted. That's awesome and that's amazing. No one's saying no, but you got to be kidding me. Go ahead.
So it does say here she does not want the children. She wants them to arrange childcare, take a week off, figure out transportation, and book hotels.
Oh, because I got it like that.
And even if I did have it like that, I was not doing it. Not for a week with you and a 6-month-old. A week. Because I'm guessing there's nothing else planned, right? It's just me sitting with you for a week to make sure, what? You're good? You're okay? What are we doing for a whole freaking week? Without my kids, without my partner, without work, that I need to take the time to be with you for a freaking week.
And I gotta hear just your child cry and scream. And every time your baby cries, I'm panicking because I don't know if my kid jumped off my bed.
Right. So did you just want 6 flip-flopping babysitters while you did something? that's the village you wanted? Is that because I don't think you need 6 of us to come down to see you and your child. And mind you, I would love, no matter if I have a friend who's far away, I would love to go and see them if they have a kid. But I'm not staying a week.
Right.
I'm not living. No.
I did a weekend.
You probably get a couple hours out of me. You know, you probably do a weekend.
My best friend, when she had her baby, I was there for a weekend.
A weekend, a couple hours if it's not that far. But you're not getting me for a whole week. I'm not living at your house for a week just to take care of what? Your child? Just to be there for you?
Especially if I can't bring my kids.
No.
Especially if I can't bring my kids. Because why my babies can't come and meet their cousin?
Right?
Because, Sebastian will beat you up.
Right? This is Auntie Mary. Auntie Mary had a baby. Look at that baby. Yeah. This is Christopher and this is Robin.
Right.
I'm going to teach y'all how to change a diaper.
Not you pulling out Winnie the Pooh references.
Where that came from? I don't know.
It's the closest thing I could think of to, like, babies. But you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I think it's just the audacity for me. I do not think this is a life thing because people have kids later in life. Things happen. Like the reason I said in the beginning, I feel like this is touching on me. Things happened in my life where I couldn't have kids earlier, or I didn't have a partner that I have now that I absolutely adore, love, and we're both on the same page, going down the same path, and we're both aligning our lives together so that we can have a family. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Goosebumps, girl.
But that's what I'm saying. Life happens.
Yes.
So no, I don't think it's because she waited because she wanted to wait. So that's on her. I don't think that's the case. I think it's the audacity for me to think that your friends owe you because you were there during their moments in life, not thinking that life happens. Okay, situations happen. So no, I don't think she's the asshole. I think her friend's the asshole. Point blank. Period.
Yep.
And the thing is, she put on there that she thinks she's the asshole.
Who?
The friend?
The original poster.
Oh, she's
so
dumb.
she stated,
No.
the reason I believe I am the asshole is because the action that may make me the asshole is not going to Mary's wedding and not visiting her after having a baby. This may make me the asshole because she has been there for me when I was in that position.
But she shouldn't feel like that. And I get it. You care.
Yeah. The caring.
Like, you care. But you physically can't be there with those restrictions.
Right.
And that's understandable. She's an asshole for knowing that you can't come without your children.
Right.
So to make you, that's basically, it sounds kind of narcissistic, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because why do I need to choose a week away from my kids to be around you and my niece or nephew, but my niece or nephew isn't allowed to see their cousins?
Right. Again.
And we're supposed to be besties.
Right. Again, it's just all of her friends surrounding around her. She wants a glorified moment. She wants the spotlight because, everyone else got the spotlight. And so she wants her moment in the sun. She wants her moment, and she wants everyone to uplift her, raise
she
her
want
up.
Her village.
She wants her village under her, and she wants to be the leader for the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, it's my turn.
Like, I get it. Like, you can be lonely or feel like, dang, like, I really miss my girls. Like, this is the time that I would need them around and blah, blah, blah. Like, I get that. But it's your fault for moving away. And again, those restrictions are not realistic.
Right.
Like,
and in general, not even just kids alone. Like, the people have lives in the sense of they're working, they have family members they take care of. There are other situations, health situations. There could be a lot of prospects. There's a lot of other situations that people are going through that they can't just pick up and just run to you because you need it. And I'm not saying no, and it's not, clearly she cares enough. She wants to. She wants to go and see her friend. She wants to be there for her. But at the same time, there are responsibilities that need to be tied up or cleaned up before she can do that. And she may not be able to do that for another 6 months. So she may not even be able to do it until a year. Why can't the friend turn around and be like, look, I know you guys are doing a lot and tied up. I would really love to have you guys. So let's plan. Is it possible that, you know, maybe we can't do it in the next 6 months, but maybe when the baby turns a year, maybe you guys can come down or come up or whatever the case might be and be there for the you know, at least for part of the week or the weekend for their first birthday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, make it work.
Right.
Again, I said, you know, a lot of people got married during the pandemic and they didn't have the weddings that they wanted or wanted to have with their family and friends. A lot of them, I know I had a friend, she had her baby shower and it was all over Zoom. You know what I'm saying? It was a Zoom call. So we couldn't be there present, but we were there on the call. And, you know, after that, when everything lifted, guess what? They did like a thing at their house.
Like a welcome baby
You
thing?
know? Yes. And it was beautiful. And it wasn't like even like a massive party. It was more like you could drive by, stop by, let's talk, let's chit chat. But, you know, this is the first time in person
I see.
that we got to see them because, you know, it was their living situation. But they got to see people in person and not on a Zoom call.
Right.
And this was after the baby was already born at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was other ways to go about it when the pandemic hit. So there were ways for her to do it. You and your wife got married, right?
Yeah.
And you guys had the wedding, but you didn't have it the way you would have loved to have had it.
Right.
Tons of friends, tons of family, the big walk down the aisle, people seeing you visually. But you know that one day, and we were trying to see if it could have been this year. But, you know, time is, you know, times and stuff. But
don't worry, it's going to be
you know
fire.
that one day, whether it's the 3-year mark, 5-year mark, 10-year mark, whenever it is financially feasible or whenever it is best for you to have that special moment where you're like, you know what, we're going to do this again, but we're going to do it in a way that all of our people could really be there for, you know, to witness it. You account for that and you make the changes for it. You know, you're like, if you wanted to have that, do it again where people can come. It's just circumstances, people couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I love both of your inputs. The funny thing that I thought when I read through it, because I always do read the comments afterwards, everybody said she was an asshole.
The friend?
The original poster.
Wow.
Are all of them the other friend? Because I don't understand.
So a lot of people said that the original poster is the asshole because if she was a great friend and she was there for you, you need to be there for her. There are times where they drove for friends that were 9-10 hours away and spent 2 and 4 days with them. You could do that as a friend. You should be more supportive.
I'm a mother first, because that would have been my response. Just like I'm a wife first.
Oh, somebody did say that. Oh, I don't understand what they mean by arranging childcare. They have a husband, do they not? So the other spouse could watch the children while you go and deal with your friend.
That's wild to me. That's wild to me. And it's not that I don't think the other spouse can handle watching the child or children. What I think it is the lack of respect that those other viewers have or readers have, because you don't know what their predicament. Yeah, exactly. You don't know what her situation is. You don't know if she can afford childcare, and you know what? She may have special needs children. She may not like the fact of or the notion of her child being with someone for an entire week and not knowing if their kid is okay.
Right. Not only that, but what if their partner has a job?
Exactly.
And that they're the breadwinner and they need this job to support the household.
Is it in the middle of the school year?
Right.
It's the holidays. So I'm taking the holidays away from my kids.
Right. No.
From my family
to be with yours.
You can hop on a plane. You can hop in your car and drive on over to me. Or we can do this the right way.
Preach on it.
And we can meet in the middle. All of us can meet with our children all in the middle. Get a big ass Airbnb. Bring all the kids' presents, whatever holiday it is. Chef it up for a couple days and go back home.
Thank you. Especially like the way it sounds, everyone else is closer than she is. Why can't she could drive back the 6 hours with the baby and her partner? They got one child.
Right. Where's
Come
your
up and see
husband?
everybody.
He could drive while you're in the
And
back with the
I
baby.
think that's just a feasible idea. And considering that it's her 6 friends and she can drive up, she can spend a day at each of their houses if you want to spend a whole damn week.
Right.
You spend one day at each person's house. There you go. Or get yourself an Airbnb or get yourself a hotel. That way you always have one common place to come back to. But you can come and see all your friends, you know, when you're in town.
Yeah.
So why don't you come back to town?
So I don't-
it's not that, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I don't agree with them.
Correct.
I think
Exactly.
I personally don't agree with them. I think that she is the asshole. And it sounds like she's going through a lot. And if she really, really needs her people around, hop on that train, plane, car, and let's go. Like, you know, her partner could be like, look, I see you're struggling. Let's go see your friends. You know what I'm saying? Let me
bring
you.
your mom up.
Because now she's turning to social media to shame
Blast
them
your
and blast
friends.
them. And I don't think that's ever the right course of action
Right.
at any situation. In any situation, partner, friend, family, to take it to social media, because that's there forever. And you know, at some point the situation is either going to resolve itself one way or the other.
Right.
So you really have stuff up there that's just not even going to be relevant anymore. But yeah, I do
So
not.
angry.
I personally don't agree with the listeners.
I don't
and that
either, with
in
the
that
readers.
respect, or the readers. I think she isn't the asshole, and I could be wrong. I'm not a mother yet. And probably people who do have families have a different perspective on it. And I would love to hear that.
There were a lot of perspectives, and like, well, if I'm reading this correctly, it seems like her kids should be between 10 and 15 years old, so they can take care of themselves. And I'm like,
oh hell no.
Do
you see what-
boy?
No. Do you
Because when I was 10 and 15 years old, I needed my mother to make me dinner. All right?
No.
I didn't know. My mom needed to be home at 4:05 cooking me dinner.
I'm so done with you. But not only that, like nowadays,
how do you assume?
but
so
nowadays with the kids,
And we've spoke about this.
post pandemic, the mental health of these kids nowadays. You telling me to leave my kid for a whole flip flopping week?
The house party.
Not just even a house party. What is that child going through mentally?
Yeah.
Right. Oh
How
my
is that child
God.
going through mentally that child could be an up and down roller coaster. You know, other than the partying and stuff, up and down roller coaster. Now, any and everything could happen in that 1 week. No. That is disrespectful. And mind you, people, we live in a world now, not how back in the day our parents left us at home to take care of each other and the siblings and stuff. Nowadays, if you leave a child, CPS can be called.
Easy.
Yep.
ACS, CPS, whatever it's called now, they can be called because a child is left home alone. So think about that before you just throw out there, they're 15 years old. No.
Now, every child is mature enough to be alone, and let alone have the mentality or just the common sense to pick up the phone and call mom.
Right.
Right.
It's way easier said than done.
Right.
They're saying that the original poster is just resentful that they married young. And it's just like,
Where's she at? Come and say that to me. I got you, original
Just
poster.
Okay, I think it's because of the way in the end she was saying the life thing, and that's why I was saying I don't feel this is a life thing, because again, I have friends who got married older, had families older
and younger.
and young. You know, I've had both sides, younger and older, and in between. So I've watched different sets of people at different stages of their life get married. What I don't think it's about your life. I think it's about opportunity, and if it presents itself for you to get married. That's why I don't think the writer, the author, original author, was right in what she was saying. Like, I don't think that I should be, blah blah blah, because of her life choices. It's not. I don't, whatever Mary's reason for why she got married and had
She
a child
wanted to
as late as
travel
she did in her life, it is what it is.
But Mary should not be demanding.
Right.
Mary should also be understanding. And if Mary feels that she needs a village, maybe she needs to come back to town
To see the village.
For a week.
Right.
Or
The
make
baby's
new
6
friends.
months. The baby's
Right.
6 months.
Yeah.
Right. And again, pandemic taught us anything, there's Zoom.
Yeah.
And there's
I could have seen you every day, babe.
There's other web camera
Every day.
call things. She could have put them all in a group chat and said, I want to do a video call. Y'all available right now?
Right.
Or, hey,
I know
wanna do
all
a
of y'all
video
is off of work.
It's not the same, but, as close as you can get. And then plan with them on the call. So I really would like for y'all to come down or come up or whatever the case might be.
Meet halfway.
Let's go. Because, again, what if they had plans for the holidays already? What if some of them already have to go see family for the holidays? You know what I'm saying? Like... No. I think there's way too many factors, and it's too easy for people to say that it was the author's fault and she's feeling away. I feel like you're entitled to your opinion, but I do think that Mary was wrong. So, you guys tell us what you think. Thanks, Kim, for
You're
that
welcome.
one. I got heated. I was getting heated during that. I was like, what? It's just the way she thinks that everything, like, is demanded, like, to her and owed because she went to everybody else's. And I'm just kind of like,
I don't think it's owed.
no, it's
It's a respect thing, and
It's
you
not
shouldn't.
owed.
If she couldn't go to your destination wedding, it's okay.
And it's not malicious. They're not
It's
doing
not
it purposely.
malicious.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not doing it
For
purposely.
shame all of those people that are making this girl feel bad, because she genuinely cares about how
her friend.
Exactly. She cares about her friend. Like, and she obviously cares that she can't go.
Yes. It bothers her, clearly. She'll never to write a whole post on Reddit about it.
Yeah. And like, she's really trying to decipher if she's wrong.
Right.
When she's not. So the fact that a lot of you guys think she's wrong, whatever. Y'all must have some great childcare or must not like being around y'all kids.
But you're entitled to your feelings about the story. You are. But we're just saying we don't agree with you.
Right.
And any of our listeners, let us know how you feel about it. Do you feel like Mary was right? That, her friend should be there for her and that they should have been there for her wedding and her baby? Or do you think she's wrong and that, the friend was right and she, has life and things happen? Again, we're not talking about the life situation in the sense of like, life happens. Whenever Mary decided to do this, she did it. It is what it is. But in the retrospect, do you think that her friend should be there for her, should be taking the 6-hour drive, should have been there for her wedding, and all of that? So let us know, again, in our comments. There will be a poll on this on Spotify. So if you listen on Spotify, you can definitely take the poll and let us know how you feel, whether Mary or the author was right.
All right, let's get back into crisscross cookies, conspiracies, and other paranormal, freaky, creepy stuff.
Cookies. All right.
I love the change every week. I'm not working on it.
Something will stick. So, because I am a freak of nature,
I'm done.
I went on a deep dive into phobias.
Oh boy. Favorite topic.
Now, a lot of you are probably going to go, oh God, she's going to talk about spiders. She's going to talk about the water. She's going to talk about the food that they're serving our kids at school. No, honey. I am going to talk about how some of you guys are terrified of very long, big words. I am going to talk about how some of you guys fear Halloween itself.
Well, look, if I can't pronounce a big word, it ain't going to get said. It's going to get skipped.
You're right. Because
100%.
I can't pronounce this phobia. It's like 3,500 letters long.
Nope.
Wait,
See,
what?
it's going to skip. It's just a phobia.
It's just
That's it.
No. At that point, I'm sorry. It's not even a phobia.
You're making fun of me.
No.
That's what you're doing.
No. It's not even a phobia anymore. It's just a line of letters.
It's hippopotamus.
You see, stop. Flag on the plate. It's a flag on the plate.
That was crazy. It's like hippopotamo quiddipilia phobia. Come for me, I dare you. But no, I was diving into different phobias, and everyone has not everyone.
I'm looking at the word, and I'm just sitting here going.
You thought I was lying.
No, I didn't. She gave it to me, and I'm sitting here going, yeah, no, that's just a bunch of letters that they threw together.
Why'd you put hippopotamus in front?
Right. Right. I'm thinking somebody just threw all these letters together and said, this is a phobia now.
I'm about to ask
Right.
Google how to
Like,
say it.
I want to know why people are afraid of urinating.
Excuse. Then do you not pee?
Right. Do you have...
That's what that is?
No, not... No.
That's just the word for like long words.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
so stupid.
You
It
fear
is
long words, but this is
disrespectful.
the word.
But this is the word for the long words.
You.
Yeah.
But now people have a fear of urinating naturally.
It's a straight up phobia. Straight
So
up.
what
for-
do they do?
Do they just hold their pee?
I don't know.
For life? Because that's just toxic right there. Literally.
Like you go, that's going to hurt
it's
you.
literally
internally.
toxic.
It's toxins coming out of your body.
No, yeah, because no, it's literally toxic to you if you hold it. it's just like I'm scared to.
Is it
like,
considered a pee
But-
anxiety? Like you know,
I feel like
you know how you don't like to pee in public places. You're like, yo, no,
Yeah,
I'm
shy
just gonna,
bladder, yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna pee at
that's
home.
me.
But or, is it
I'm a shy pooper.
is it
no,
that
I
or,
don't like public bathrooms.
or is it like I can't urinate at all?
No, I hope it's not the I can't urinate because that's just natural. That's called life.
Like
you know, we did it
when
since
you
babies.
hear when you hear that when you feel that bladder like ready to pop.
Yeah, no.
Like do you just not pee? Like
That's weird. That's weird. That's weird because honestly,
Sorry.
I literally have to use the bathroom.
Right, you gotta go.
Naturally, it's just part of life.
Right.
There's just no other.
Yeah.
There's no other reason. Like, what are you gonna do?
yeah, like shy bladder. I understand. Like I get that.
That's me.
It go right back up. It's like
What? Let me tell you something. I've walked into public bathrooms. First off, never, ever in this life, never will you catch me going to a gas station. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care if I've been holding it for 35 hours. I am not going to the bathroom. And this is coming from someone who just said holding pee is toxic. I will not go to a gas station bathroom. It's just never going to happen. I'm sorry. It's just not in me.
They're gross.
But at the same time, I do have an issue with public bathrooms. And there have been times where I've walked in, and there's a few. Movie theaters, if it looks clean, I'll do it.
If I see the lady
But-
come out,
Oh, no. Yeah, that's difficult for me when I have to go, and especially when there's a long line. Ladies, we all know this. When there's a long line.
always a line.
And the next thing you know, you have to go in right after someone comes out.
Oh.
Man.
But if the cleaning lady in there and she just leave that bathroom,
Best place to go.
best place.
But
right
man,
after.
I'm telling you, my whole inside just goes nope. Literally, like the movie Nope, nope. It
If
just
there's a
goes-
line at the ladies' room, I won't go.
My bathroom, my bladder walks away. It
won't
says
go.
you didn't need to go. I don't need to go. We good. But honestly, like I have a thing about public bathrooms in general because I just don't.
Yeah.
As a kid, I had a germ phobia.
Yeah.
I was scared of germs. I did not like germs at all. I didn't like them on the sponges. I didn't like touching sponges. I didn't like, this is weird. I didn't like counters, the countertops upstairs. Did not want to touch them because I was scared of germs. I had a bad germ phobia. So public bathrooms was like a whole thing for me. I'm way better now. I can clean and all that, but I still have a thing about public bathrooms. You won't catch me. So yeah, I will be shy. I will be shy till I transition. I will be shy when it comes to public bathrooms. If I see a porta potty, I'm walking
I'm
by
not doing
it.
it.
Never happening.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. Like, I'm only doing that when I'm at an all-day concert because you know what? I'm drunk. I don't care. But on a regular, no.
You're better
All right?
than me, girl. I can't even do it at a concert.
Like-
I've been to a concert and I've been like, nope, I can hold it.
Like I had something similar. I just had a irrational fear. Not of that, like germs can't touch me. That I was gonna get consumed by germs. Like I think it was like Dexter's Laboratory or some shit.
That's probably where I got it from.
Yeah,
too.
because in my mind, wasn't that? No, it was Invader Zim. It was Invader Zim. Let me tell
I didn't
you,
watch that.
and still to this day, I don't like wet stuff. If it looks wet, if it looks like somebody spit on it, I am not touching it. Like it's gonna stay there. Like I don't like anything that looks like.
I am so sorry. You said spit. That is
like,
another part.
I don't like none of that stuff.
Girl.
Like I literally in my head, there's just something in my brain that's like
squirming.
You are going to be infected and die immediately.
Oh my God.
That's what pops in my brain. I like when I was little, it was just crazy. Like I used to cry and tell my mom, like, I can't touch that. The germs are gonna eat me. Like, yeah, bro.
I'm with you.
Like,
I'm
it
with
was
you.
such an irrational fear.
You know,
and
what?
then
I agree with you. I think I didn't watch Invader Zim, but Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yep.
Yes.
Goosebumps.
Yep.
Slime on Nickelodeon in general. They all got me with the germs. Yeah, girl. Don't tell me that they look like a large snot ball just dripping on people. I don't care what anybody said. Gack. Come on now.
Yeah. You're right. I didn't like that. I didn't like when they would pull stuff out.
Right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, girl.
It's gross.
It's nasty. No,
Yeah,
no.
like-
No, Double Dare. Ugh. I'm sorry.
I don't like that slime shit.
Yeah.
Keep that to yourself. It's just weird. It's just weird. Yeah.
And you know what? A little, like, you know when you make slime? A little bit.
Yeah.
But when you got a mass load of it, that in itself is a phobia. Because it's just seeing it and looking at it. It's the consistency of it. It's dude. I get you.
It just freaks me out.
And the whole bathroom thing. And that's
then-
where I associated with.
Yeah, and
the
then when I got
bathroom.
really sick that one time, like after when I had to with the stomach thing, or I'm sorry, the intestine thing. I'm like terrified. Like yesterday, because we were on our way home, I knew because I hate sitting in a bathroom. Especially if I don't know you.
Yeah.
I don't know whose booty cheeks been sweating on this toilet.
Yo.
So I was like, I gotta make it home. I gotta make it home. Like, and I almost didn't
Your
make it home.
knees gotta be good for that.
Like, and I was like, screw it. Like, I need to go. Like, just pull over anywhere. And without thinking, like, no, I should have at that point. But like, we had got to a gas station. First of all, let me tell you how I was trying to unlock the wrong door.
I'm done.
And I'm sitting here sweating. All right. I'm texting my wife, come open this door because I can't get the key to turn.
Yeah.
Right.
So I walk past my wife and I look back and she's like, where you going? I said, the bathroom. And I said, oh. And so I walk in here and I'm not even like the second I walked in there, I was like, this bathroom is disgusting.
No, I would have been done.
No,
I'm going right back to the
When I tell you, like, people of the world do better because you guys are gross. Everyone that pees on the bathroom floor, you're disgusting.
There's no reason.
Don't leave your booty nuggets in a public bathroom. Like, do better.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry for the noises.
I almost burned my shoes, bro.
No.
I had to take them off and like I took, a water bottle and like washed them out because like in my brain it was
Worst
embedded.
fear.
Right.
Embedded. And then I felt like I couldn't get that smell out. But I was like, bro, I should have just peed in a bush at this point.
Right. You should have just hovered.
You see right there,
Should've
that's
just
my
hovered.
worst fear.
But the last time I did this, the last time I peed, like I tried to like pee outside, I was too drunk. And I went backwards under a patio and caught it with my neck. It was crazy. It was crazy.
I'm just trying to picture you.
Not this one doing Cirque du Soleil while she drunk. What is going on?
I am done.
It was crazy. And I give it to my homegirl that was with me because she waited until I was done to laugh. She respected me enough because she knew if I laughed,
sorry.
I was really going to break my neck.
Yeah.
And My dumb ass held myself there, peed, pulled my pants up, and this clown looks at me and goes, "I really thought you broke your neck."
But she didn't even check on you. That's
Oh
the
my
thing.
gosh.
She just let it happen.
I'm done.
She was like, she broke her neck. It's all right though. I'm gonna give her 2 minutes to finish peeing.
I think they were done for the night.
I think in her head she was just trying to get me, like, figure out how to get me in the car with a broken neck.
I'm done.
Because you would have been alive.
Yeah.
Too much.
Sorry.
Too much.
Oh my god.
No, but you see that's a worst fear of mine right there. With the whole like walking into the bathroom and just wondering what hell you just walked into. Yeah, never. That's why I said never. Never will I walk into a gas. What? I've literally watched people go to a gas station and pee next to the door.
But why?
And I don't know if anyone else was in there, but it
why?
was like, really? You couldn't even make it in the bathroom.
Yeah, like, it's that kind
No.
of nasty stuff. Like,
Yes.
and these are the same people that think they're the shit. Like, and I'm gonna put it out there in retrospect. You're either super gross or you're super clean, and that's the dirty thing that you do.
Yeah.
Oh, that remind. Okay. I'm
Oh
so
boy.
sorry. So this is a story because we got to talking about bathrooms and stuff like that. So you've seen it. I know you have. There was this thing that went around, and this is like the grossest thing for me. There was this. It was a clip from. I don't remember for the life of me where it was from, but it was a couple that were talking. It was a man and a female. It was a male and a female. I don't think they were a couple, but yeah, friends or whatever. They were talking like we are in a podcast setting, and he said, "How do you not get your hands dirty when you poop?"
Oh my gosh.
my God.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I saw this video. Oh
We
my
were all in
gosh.
the car on the way to catch a plane.
Yes.
I remember.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Tell the listeners. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be terrible.
I couldn't remember,
Oh
but I
my
remember.
God.
So in this segment, I
Yo.
can't even.
Okay, so in this segment, you did ask.
You see, we all are like,
I'm still dumbfounded.
Yo. So how do you go to the
bathroom to do a number two.
To do a number two, and Mr. Sir, because he was talking to a woman, Mr. Sir said, "I catch it," and she said,
Excuse me.
"Excuse me." And he's like, "That yeah, you catch it when it's coming out." So
I'm sorry.
she's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you grab it as it's coming out."
No.
So this man,
So she asked what you do with toilet paper.
yeah,
He say you just lay it
Yeah,
on the toilet, on the water
Water.
of the toilet, so it don't get back a splash.
yes,
That's what
face.
he's concerned about?
right. So he uses toilet paper to grab
The
his
dookie out the butt.
and then lay it on top of the water. So he don't even let it hit the one. He's like, doesn't everybody do that? And the
No.
look on her face, and I know the producers in the room were looking at him like, nah, you are solo in this event. This Olympic event is just for you.
And he said he been doing it his whole life.
Right.
He was taught to grab the excrement that
I don't
comes
feel
out
like he
of
was taught. I felt
But
like that
who
was a
taught
hand
him? Like, that's what's that, like, at some point in this man's life, he said, this is normal. And that, my friend, has me fucked up.
It's a dub for me.
Like,
it's a.
I
And then everybody had to look at their hands. She's definitely like, damn, I know I touched your hand.
Right? Did you really?
Yeah, because that's-
did you take the 20 seconds to sing the ABC song and wash your hands with soap after you was done using the bathroom?
I'm so done. Like,
Or did you just get up and leave because you thought your hand was clean because you just used toilet paper to catch your poo?
dookie booty hands.
I'm so done.
And that's why he was like, I don't understand. Like, I need to rewatch this clip again.
I'm so traumatized.
No, yes, because
again.
he was really like
adamant.
yeah.
Yes.
Very adamant.
And
Yeah.
and I hope that like he grew from that because
Knowledge.
right.
I hope he grew knowledge.
Right, because
Not just grew, just knowledge.
are you with somebody? Can I talk to them? Because I
Oh.
want to know if they're in the bathroom with you when you do this. Because if so, they're just as gross as you are.
Oh my gosh. I just
Because that's worse.
yeah, I'm sorry guys. That was a little ASMR right there. My bad. But I'm just it blows me away. It did like I didn't think there was multiple ways to use the bathroom, but apparently there is. It's just, who knew? Yeah, you see, and this is going back. This is the fear I have of bathroom. So you talk about phobias, and people. My fear is just public bathrooms in general, and there's why I got shy urine, and
You can't use the bathroom at everybody's
you
house.
can't.
That too, but you can't also eat at everybody's house. Let's put that out there.
That woof.
That's a phobia. That's a phobia I have because I'm a TikTok scroller, and I be seeing Josh and his mom. Shout out to Josh and his mom.
Oh my god!
And the way she be making some food sometimes.
I ain't never seen this in my life, right? Until recently, and Kimberly was like, "Oh my god, I watch him all the time," and I was just like,
You gotta look up Josh and his mom.
Traumatized. Okay, This is why I was traumatized. As a Caribbean black woman,
Is this
as a minority in America, as a colored woman in this world, the way she disrespected them oxtails. She disrespected.
And you know you love you some oxtails.
Yes.
She disrespected the oxtails. This is what she did. She bought them because they looked interesting because she ain't never had them before. And she took them out the package. Now, this is for all my people that know this
you.
and
Just watch
support this.
Oh, I know.
And support this.
His mama.
Wait, and support this. She put it out. She put it straight in the pan and put it straight in the oven, y'all. She ain't season it. She ain't wash it. She ain't that. Worst part, she undercooked
There's not
it.
even oil in the pan.
No, nothing. No butter. Not a saffron. Not even salt and pepper. Sister Soldier threw it in the pan and popped it in the oven, and then she undercooked it. Lord de la mercy. She undercooked it and then tried to eat it straight up out the pan. Oh, my spirit left.
And they're good sizes, and she just ruined it.
She ruined the fire out of those things.
Literally.
The fire walked away because it was so upset about how she cooked them things. Like, I'm telling you, I was sitting there, I'm like, how you could ruin oxtail? How you gonna ruin that? No seasoning? Not even a gravy? You didn't try, girl. My heart hurt for the cow that gave up the meat.
His whole tail.
And the worst part is in the comments, people are like, oxtail too expensive.
Right, to be cooking with no flavor. To just throw them in the oven casually.
That right there is a phobia for me.
Mind you, for this little pack of 2 pound of oxtail, she paid $18.37.
With no flavor, not even a little salt and pepper.
She ain't know how to eat it. She said, and the thing is, in the video, and I love them. I watch them all the time. She's like, "How you eat this?" I'm like, "Cause it's not fully cooked yet."
She eating it disrespectfully. That's how she eating it disrespectfully.
You love you some oxtail.
I do.
I am mad.
I've been eating oxtail since I was little.
Yes.
All right.
It took you know what? Honestly, it took me and Kim a long time to get on the oxtail bandwagon. My mama has been cooking it since we were kids,
But we ain't.
but we didn't like it. We didn't like it. And then one time, my dad got oxtail from this soul food spot, and I forgot what happened that we ended up holding this tray of oxtails, and we both looking at it like, this look good. You want to try it? We're like, all right, we'll try it. Ever since then, downhill. And my dad was like, "Who ate the oxtail?" Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was so good. And ever since then, we've been oxtail lovers. But when I saw that, I'm telling you, I cracked a tear. It shed right out my eye because of the disrespect. That's a phobia.
That's a
disrespecting food that way.
Disrespecting food.
Not even like, and look, I do not believe salt and pepper is seasoning. Fight me in the comments. I don't care. I like Criss Cross likes to say, fight me in the comments. That is not seasoning.
Facts.
That is not salt and pepper is not seasoning. Because if you could have it on the dinner table, it's a condiment. Okay,
exactly.
That's enhancers. That's
right.
not seasoning. Okay, so for me, she didn't even do that.
It's Josh and his mama.
She just threw it in the pan and put it in the oven. Woman didn't even, and I know this is controversial. People don't wash their meat. Some people wash their meat. She didn't even wash it. She ain't put nothing on it. She popped it in the oven. So that bland tail oxtail, good Lord, I'm done.
It hurts my feelings because that was fresh. Like it was real fresh. So somebody
didn't even touch the freezer.
Exactly. Somebody said, "Go here and order fresh oxtail." Sure. All right.
She
and you did that, and you, bro. Not even a recipe. Not even a recipe.
She didn't even look one up. She even tried. And the way she tried to eat it.
I'm gonna send you the video so you can watch it.
I'm mad.
So
I don't even want to see it because I'm mad.
We're supposed to be on phobias, but that is a phobia.
That is a phobia. You can't eat at everybody's house. Okay? You can't eat at everybody's house because then I was watching this other show. What was I watching? I don't remember. Cheapskates. Extreme Cheapskates. All right? This is an old show. It was back on in like 2008, but it was good. All right? This lady cooked a whole lasagna.
I hate that lady.
In her dishwasher.
And shame on those people that was eating it.
And what I hate the worst is she had melanin in her. Criss.
She was walking around, all right, with a can that had a candle. That was the light for the whole house. And when there was a commercial, they had to turn off the TV.
She washed the dishes
and cooked the lasagna at the same time.
In water.
In the dishwasher.
And soap.
She covered it and she cooked the lasagna in the dishwasher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throw the whole house away.
And the husband just
house
dealt
of
with
people.
It.
Yeah. That was her boyfriend. That wasn't her husband.
They didn't have an oven?
Yes, they did. And a stovetop.
What?
When the commercials were on for the game, he had to turn the TV off, and the guys was like, "What the heck?" And he was like, "I gotta turn it off." My girl said, "I gotta turn it off during the commercials. You turn it back on."
You know how shook I was when they were sitting in the dark, and she said, "Can I borrow the candles to go to the bathroom?" Oh. My fucking heart dropped. Because let me tell you something.
Because she had electricity, but she only had one light bulb.
Because she chose to have one light bulb. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much money I have to save. I'm going to have a light bulb in every room. I'll have 3 if I want to. You want to know why? Because I need to see. I think it's going to be cheaper for me to just turn off the light when I walk to another room.
That's right.
Instead of recycling candle wax in the middle of a football game. And then when the commercial comes on, we got to sit in the dark for 2 minutes and 45 seconds hearing each other breathe.
And then when she come out, here's the food, the lasagna that came out the dishwasher.
Because she saves 36 cents on her light bill this way.
Oh my God. I am beyond speechless right now. Literally. I'm just...
Extreme cheapskate.
I'm just disgusted.
You want to hear something crazy?
I'm disgusted. I'm disappointed. And I would never, ever go to her house. Like, literally, I'm surprised his friends sat there longer than the minute he took it off. And they were like, he was like, what's good? And he's like, oh, no, I gotta take it off. Bruh, I can't stay here because you gonna keep doing that. Because I know how I love football, watching football games. Though, like, especially NFL. Because they literally live off of the commercials. Yeah. Because everyone, you're literally watching these 2-3 hours of football straight because you're also watching the commercials. This is not time to talk. This is we're watching everything. So if she's taking off the TV during I'm out. I'm not sticking around. I'm surprised that they got friends. I'm surprised they got family. Because that's super cheap. I'm sorry, go ahead. Because
you know what was crazy is like also on that same show, it was like a family, I think, and they washed their clothes as they showered.
Oh, it was that one. I was thinking of that one or the one where they washed their clothes in the pool.
That was it was the dishes and the dishes.
They washed everything in the pool water.
Let me tell you something.
I know I've seen this show.
Or it was the family that they all use the same bath water to wash themselves.
Oh, I seen that one. I'm sorry. I seen that one.
Musty.
And I was disgusted.
You can't be the last one.
I was disgusted. That one I seen, and that made me literally. I'm not even kidding. Almost vomited.
Yeah.
I don't even like when the curtain touches me.
Right. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't.
And I gotta share water with somebody who had funk butt all day.
Or what if they was sweating in the gym, have a full on physical job? They coming home stank, grime in between their fingers. There are some people that work in mines and are heavy duty plumbing and things like that. So they, their hands a little grimy.
That's crazy because you getting paid way more than me to be saving a few cents on the water bill. Take a full ass shower. Because that's crazy to me.
Y'all making my germ phobia come right back. Come right back.
I'm sweating.
I'm not even kidding. I'm feeling so nauseous talking about this.
So let's wrap it up here.
That's so gross
Let
right now.
Let us know what some of your phobias are and some of the weird.
Wait, were we supposed to talk about Halloween? Is that a phobia?
It was. We never got that far.
It was related to the.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think we got cut. My stomach is literally turning talking about this. I didn't think it would because I'm just going the dirty water.
It was the dirty water.
It's the dirty water. I'm sorry. Woo! Yeah, guys, comment about phobias. I know germ phobia, claustrophobia, arachnophobia,
glossophobia,
long wordophobia. So if you have a phobia that we did talk about and you would love for Criss to chit chat about, definitely just leave a comment. She'll bring it up and try not to make me sick anymore.
Yeah, where are my conspiracy theorists and my creepy fact keepers? Where are you guys at? I know you guys are out there. Let's have a conversation. So
yeah, show up for Criss. All right, guys. So those are our conversations for today. So we're gonna go straight into our recommendations. So my recommendation for today, I am shouting out Rinnie's Treated. She makes cake pops and she makes Rice Krispies dipped in chocolate covered strawberries, which are a hit, as well as her banana pudding shortcake, strawberry shortcake. She just, and this is all made. She really made this. She recently had an accident and it took her out of work for some time. And in that time, she's like, what can I do during this time? And she started making treats earlier this year. And they have been such a hit and they are absolutely delicious. So definitely check out her Instagram. You can have orders every once in a while, some couple weekends. She definitely has specials. She recently had one, which it was, if you buy a dozen, you get a half dozen off. And it was amazing. So I definitely think you should check it out. It's Rinnie's Treated on Instagram, and she's working on expanding her business. So it's just a shout out to her and her small business. So when you can, check it out.
Awesome. So my shout out for the week is actually a TV show that we started during spooky season. It's the remake of Goosebumps. On Disney Plus, I absolutely love the take that they are going with Goosebumps. It does star Justin Long, who I absolutely love as an actor.
Shout out to him.
Yes, shout out to Justin Long. So it's really good, and the storyline and everything that's going with it. It is a short series. I believe it's only 10 episodes. The last episode is going to be November 17th. So definitely check it out, binge watch it on Disney Plus if you have Disney Plus. Totally a good watch, and is definitely made for the adults who used to watch the Goosebumps back in the day, you know, when we enjoyed that episodes. The episodes are a little bit longer, but the storyline is well done, and it's really good. Definitely Goosebumps on Disney Plus.
Also, just a little tidbit, it is updated, so even our current kids today can watch it.
Yes.
They did try to keep it there, but they made it nostalgic as well. So,
Yeah. My recommendation is another psychological thriller. It's a little mini series called Muted on Netflix. It is technically, you can say it's a novela or Spanish soap, if you will, but it is English dubbed. It is about a psychiatrist who is obsessed with a murderer, if you will. He committed a murder or a double murder in his teen years, and she was very obsessed with him. It goes into further details that I think a lot of my psycho thriller watchers and readers would very much enjoy. It has a very twistful ending, too. So, check it out.
all right. So that's our recommendations for this week. So we hope you guys check those out. Again, if you have any recommendations for us, we would love to hear them, see them, and try them out ourselves. And, at least in an episode, give some feedback on it. So we appreciate that. Also, again, check us out on our social medias. Also, share, like, subscribe, and spread, our conversation around as much as possible. We greatly appreciate all our listeners and new listeners who have joined us today. It has been a wonderful conversation. So, definitely listen to us again next week. And this has been
My Kind of Convo.
All right, guys.